All right, find the additive inverse, which means find the opposite. If my number is 1, then opposite is going to be -1. Next one. Again, the same way, find the additive or meaning opposite. My number is -12.77. Then the opposite is going to be +12.77. Next one. So, by the definition of subtraction, so in order to perform the subtraction of -4 minus -6, what we have to do, we have to add an opposite of -6, opposite of -6 to, we need to add opposite of -6 to -4. Let me write down opposite of -6, which is going to be +6, and then add to -4. So one more time, there is a question like this. So by the definition of subtraction, in order to perform the subtraction of -4 minus -6, we need to add opposite of -6. Let me write down the way they want to be written down. We need to add opposite to -6. In my case, this is my -6, which is, in your case, whatever number you will have here. Opposite to -6. Opposite of -6 to -4. This -4. To get number 2. So you just have to describe like that. Next, question number 4. So -5, -4, or it's the same thing, -5 minus 4, same thing. Again, I already explained, both numbers are negative, same, right? Both numbers are same, that means we are going to add them. 5 plus 4 is 9. Since both numbers are negative, there is nothing to choose. Going to be -9. Number 5. Okay. Explain in your own words how you would perform the necessary steps to find -7 minus -2. Okay. The way they want you to put it, it's first step, first change, subtracting -2. Let's see. Subtract -2 to adding +2. So first change, subtracting -2, is to adding +2. Next. Then use rules for addition of two real numbers. with different types. Thus, -7 minus -2, it's going to be equal -7 plus 2 equal -5. Okay, now let me explain. Actually, in next operation, I will explain in more details. The thing is, well, okay, since let's not to jump, since let me explain, since we have this case here. -7 minus -2. Every time when we have, let me do some here drafting. When we have -7 plus -2, remember what I told you. You can drop this plus and write down -7, -2, and you get -9, right? Because when signs are the same, you are adding and use the sign they have, which is negative. Different story is when you have -7 minus -2. Okay? -7 minus -2. Every time when you have here negative and you have here inside negative, so when you open parentheses, when you have negative sign in front of parentheses, when you open parentheses, you are going to flip the sign on the opposite, which means -7. So because of this negative in front, this negative will become positive, which means signs are different, which means we have to subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5. And then 7 is greater number than 2, so negative sign comes here. Let me do another example, make sure you understand. Okay? Let's assume you have here -8. Let me take thicker. -8 minus 4 plus 3. And then minus 4 minus 3 plus 2 minus 1 minus 6. Okay. So, -8 minus 4 plus 3. Since here we have negative, all numbers in parentheses going to flip. 4 is positive, becomes negative. 3 is negative, becomes positive. 2 is positive, become negative. 1 is negative, become positive. 6 is negative, become positive. Okay? That's what it means. So every time when you have negative sign in front of fraction, in front of parentheses, then you flip on the opposite side every single sign of the numbers. So the same thing is here. -7 minus -2. Since it's negative in front, so -2 become +2. And the final answer is going to be -5. Next question, number 6. -29 minus 40. Again, signs are different, so we need to subtract. 40 minus 29. So 0 I can do -9, so I'm borrowing from 4, will be 10 minus 9 is 1. So here is left 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, 11. Since 40 is greater than 29, so sign will be negative. Number 7. -55 minus -84. Since see, we have negative here, which means it's going to become -55 plus 84. -84 become plus. So signs are different. We need to subtract. 84 minus 55. I can't do 4 minus 5, so I'm borrowing. 14 minus 5 is 9. And here I have left 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. 29. Since 84 is bigger number, so it's going to be positive. Next, 8. -16 minus -16. what's happening? Negative 16, since negative here also, negative become positive, which is going to be 0. Number 9, 0 minus 1. Very easy, negative 1. You can read 0 minus 1, you can read 0 negative 1. No difference at all. Next, number 10. 5 over 8 minus negative 3 over 5. Okay, so what do we have? 5 over 8 so here become plus 3 over 5, yes? Okay, plus 3 over 5, because we have here negative. Therefore, when you open parentheses, this sign negative is going to change on positive. Okay, 5 over 8, 3 over 5, both of them are positive, but we have to bring to common denominator, because here I have 8, here I have 5. We need to bring to common denominator. So for 8 and 5, common denominator is going to be 40. Because 40 you can divide by 8, 40 you can divide by 5. So let's bring to common denominator. So 8 I'm multiplying by 5, which means here also multiply by 5. Because whatever change I do to denominator, I'm doing to numerator. Here 5 multiplied by 8, therefore same also multiply by 8. What do we get? 5 times 5 is 25 over 40. Plus 3 times 8, 24 over 40. Since denominator is the same, then we can add 25 plus 24. So I'm doing for you 25 plus 24. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. 49 over 40. Now, how to convert improper fraction into proper fraction? So if I take 49, divide by 40, let me do it here. How many times gonna fit? 1 times, right? So this 1 comes here. How much is gonna be remainder? 9. Okay, so this 9 comes here. Denominator doesn't change. Okay? One more time. We divide 49 by 40. The whole number that will fit once it comes here. And then remainder 9 comes here. Denominator doesn't change, stays the same. Okay. Number 11. Negative 0.1, negative 0.7. So both signs are the same, therefore we are adding 0.7. 0.1, 0.7. 1 plus 7, 8. And here is 0, 0.8. Since both numbers, see I forgot to make it red. Let me do everywhere red. So you would see the answer. There we go. And since in our case we have both numbers are negative, therefore it's going to be negative. Number 12. One third minus 6. So which one is bigger? We have two different signs, right? Which means we need to subtract 6 minus 1/3. How we are going to do? Although I have separate video, so you can watch it, but let me help you here. Let's say If I have 1, can I represent 3 over 3? Yes, I can. Can I represent as a 5 over 5? Yes, I can. Can I represent 25 over 25? Yes, I can. As long as numerator and denominator are the same, I can. I can represent 1. Now, instead of 1, I have 6. So, 6 I can represent as a 5 plus 1. I need this 1 release. So, in this one, I can represent, since here denominator I have 3, I need to subtract 3, right? Denominator 3, I'm representing as a 5 plus 3 over 3. Can I do that? Which will be 5 and 3 over 3. It will be same 6, right? If I have 7 and I need to represent in with denominator 6, no, denominator, let's say 4. So I will borrow 1 from this 7, which will be 6, and that borrowed 1 I can represent 4 over 4. If I have 9 and I want to represent in the with denominator 9, it's based on what we need. So it's going to be 8, I'm borrowing 1, and that borrowed 1, it's going to be 9 over 9. You understand? Therefore, 6 minus 1/3. 6 minus 1/3. Since my denominator is 3, I need 3. I'm borrowing 1 from this 6, 5, and borrowed 1, I represent 3 over 3, and minus 1/3. So that will be, this 5 comes here. Since denominators are the same, so we do 3 minus 1, 2 over 3. Another example, let me see. We want to do, let me clean this also. Okay, let's say we want to do 8 minus 3 over 5. Denominator is 5, right? So I'm representing borrowing from 8, 1, which will be left 7, and that borrowed 1 represent as a 5 over 5. Minus 3 over 5. It will be 7, and 5 minus 3 is 2 over 5. Another one. 9 minus 1 over 7. So I'm borrowing 1 from 9. It's going to be 8 and represent as a 7 over 7 minus 1 over 7. 8, 7 minus 1 is 6 over 7. Okay? Now, 1/3 minus 6. We have positive and negative, which means we need to subtract. Here we subtract and we get 5 and 2/3, right? 5 and 2/3. And then which number is bigger? 6, of course. Since it's negative, it's going to be negative. Next, number 13. 4 over 5 minus 5. Okay, how we represent? I have to do 5. Let me clean this. Okay, 5 minus 4 over 5. So I'm borrowing 4 and denominator is 5. 4 and 5 over 5 minus 4 over 5. 4 over 5, so it's going to be 4. 5 minus 4, this 5 minus this 4, it's going to be equal 1. 1 over 5. So it's going to be 4 and 1 over 5. Since 5 is bigger number, then the sign is going to be negative. Next one, number 14. Negative 159 minus negative 156.6. First of all, because I have negative, it's going to be, I have negative here, So this 156.6 gonna flip the sign. It's gonna be equal negative 159 plus 156 over 6, 0.6, yes? So signs are different. What do? We subtract. So 159 minus 156.6. So 159, it's a whole number, doesn't have decimal. I'm putting here 0. Because I put here already decimal notation, so it doesn't matter. I can put as many zeros as I want. Okay, 0 I can't subtract 6, so I'm borrowing from this 9, will be 10 minus 6 is 4. Here left 8. 8 minus 6 is 2, this is decimal here. 5 minus 5 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. We get 2.4. Which number is bigger? 159, right? Therefore, a sign comes here, negative 2.4. All right, next one. Question number 15. Negative 4. Oops. Negative 4 and minus 0. Well, no question. Negative 4. Question number 16. Negative 7 minus 5.061. 5.061. Both of them are negative, which means we are going to add 7 plus 5.061. Why? Because 7 is only whole number, therefore only whole. You have to write down whole number under whole number. So it's going to be 160.7 plus 5 is 12. We get 12 point. Okay, I'll color it red after I write down 12.061. So both numbers are negative, therefore it's gonna be negative, yes. So let me also put this one also red. There we go. 17. Subtract negative 4 from 8. Subtract negative 4 from 8, which means negative 8 minus negative 4. Subtract negative 4 from negative 8. So negative 8 minus negative 4. So here we get negative 8 plus 4, right? Because because of this negative number, a negative sign here, negative 4 become positive 4. And the answer will be 4, right? Signs are different. I mean, we need to subtract because signs are different. 8 minus 4 is 4. And 8 is a bigger number, therefore negative, and it has negative, will be negative. 2 more questions and I will be done. Number 18. Subtract 18 from negative 12. Subtract 18 from negative 12. We write down negative 12 minus 18. Both signs are, one more time, subtract 18 from negative 12. So negative 12 minus 18. So negative, negative, both of them are negatives. Signs are the same. We need to add 12 plus 18. 2 plus 8 is 10, 0 writing down, 1 in mind. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 will be, this one also will be 30. Since both of them are negative, nothing to choose from. And lastly, two plus negative 9 minus 2. Since this plus, I don't care, so I'm going to drop this plus. It will be 2 minus 9 minus 2. Okay, how much it will be? 2 minus 9. it's going to be negative 7, right? Negative 7 minus 2, because plus 2 minus 9. Signs are different, we subtract 7. And since 9 is bigger than 2, greater than 2, so we use negative sign of 9. So negative 7, negative 2, or negative 7 minus 2, it doesn't matter how you read. The answer is going to be negative 9, because signs are the same, we are adding. And we use negative sign. Okay, I'm done this one also.